If you're striving for a premium lifestyle without the rigid pretentiousness often found in traditional high-end real estate, you're in the right place. To me, approachable luxury in Boise, Meridian, and even Eagle means prioritizing real value, clean modern design in spaces that elevate your everyday routine. It's about high-end living that actually feels like home. Most real estate agents are still telling you that staging and a sign in the yard are enough to get top dollar in the Treasure Valley. In 2026, that's completely false. The reality is, if you're pricing your home based on last year's data, you're selling yourself short, and it's going to sit on the market for months. Buyers are smarter now, and traditional marketing is dead. I'm Spencer, and we are tearing down the old playbook. Welcome back to the channel. If you're striving for a premium lifestyle without the rigid pretentiousness often found in traditional real estate, you're in the right place. To me, approachable luxury in Boise, Meridian, or Eagle, even the whole Treasure Valley, it means prioritizing real value, modern design, space, lifestyle. You're elevating your everyday routine. It's about the high living that actually feels like home. When listing a property, momentum is key. So having the proper pricing and getting it out to the most amount of people as possible is very important, especially as market shifts and change, but especially now in our market where we're sitting right now, is people are very smart. Interest rates are up. People are deciding, hey, if I'm in a house now, where do I need to move up to? We rely heavily on people that are moving from out of state to come in here to buy those properties. So buyers are being a lot pickier. So it's really important to pay attention to what's happening in the market, the competition, not just when you list it, but what happens when a house sits for 30, 60, up to 6 months, which traditionally can happen in a balanced market. As we sit right now, that's why it's so important not just to list a property on the MLS, or put it out and ask your friends. It's a whole plan. It's a marketing plan. It's how you're doing things in the small things that make a difference. From the type of paper that you use, your marketing. Are you calling agents of homes that have sold around that area, asking for their buyers? There's a lot of little things that need to happen to get you the most momentum to sell your property for the most amount of money. The last thing we want to do is price it at a point where we continue to do price drops and you get less money in your pocket. I'm just going to say it. People these days, their attention span is non-existent. They're busy with their life, things that are going on, things that are important to them. So as a seller, we're trying to figure out how can we get as many buyers excited and emotionally connected to your listing. That's from drone shots to cinematic videos, things that can pique their interest. It's not just about putting it on the MLS anymore. It's not just about taking pictures. It's how you can get the most amount of eyes and get the most amount of people to see it, especially in your different demographics. We have people, especially in Idaho, that aren't just in Idaho buying. They're from other states. How do we push that out there? So it's very important to have the right type of marketing and think differently because our market has changed. These days, when you're trying to sell a home, you really have to put yourself in the shoes of a buyer. Who's your demographic? Who's coming here? Who's buying it? So a house that might be listed in Caldwell on 5 acres could be different than a condo or townhouse in Boise. So it's really important to figure out who's your buyer and what kind of buyer pool you're doing. From staging, which helps sell houses a lot quicker, to the type of things that you're going to be doing that it's going to attract the most amount of buyers. Again, you're not just selling a house too, you're selling a lifestyle. Whether it's someone that's moving out of state or that's moving up from another house that already lives here and wants to move up, or some people that want to downsize and want different opportunities. So it's really important with staging, lifestyle. You're not just selling a house, you're selling them a lifestyle. When you're selling a home, we always want to get people, the highest amount of money. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it, right? To hire me as a professional to help you. So I think it's important to rely on comps because that's what a bank's going to do, but it also can depend on the type of offer we take. Emotion is high when you're bringing sellers in to buy a property. Are they first-time home buyers? Did they just get married? Did they get a new job or they got a raise? Did they fall in love with that property? Remember, you're selling a lifestyle. So it's super important, to keep in mind, what's happening in the market. But when we look what's happening, it definitely can depend on the type of offer you want to take. If it's a cash offer, we don't have to do appraisal. Then we don't have to necessarily go off of all the comps. We're going after someone that is an emotional type purchase. Other than that, when there's other people that are coming in with loans, we just got to be conscious of what's happening in all the different terms. That's why you hire someone that's done it before so you can be in the best position to make the most amount of money. When you're getting ready to put your home on the market, you deserve total transparency and a surgical plan. I'm not sure if you're planning to sell now or later, but if you're open-minded to a low-pressure conversation about a plan on how we can position your property to stand out, let's do it. If you look in the description right below the video, you'll find my contact information, my phone number. You can text me, you can send me an email. Maybe a smoke signal if you want. No, I'm just kidding. But to share your goals to start a confident conversation. No pressure, no sales pitches. It's just raw data and a clear roadmap for your next move.